Hello, I'm Mark Willis with eBOARDsolutions, and with me today is Dr. Buster Evans, Superintendent for Forsyth County Schools here in Georgia. And Buster, thanks so much for taking few minutes today to talk about what kind of technology tools you all are using in Forsyth County and how you see things moving forward in that area.
Mark, thank you for this opportunity. I really do believe that technology is important for each of us as individuals. We live in an information age. Our communities are hungry for technology, and I believe that we learn a lot with technology, not only as adults but students certainly. And we must embrace technology as we look to become more transparent as school districts, as we try to become more efficient in everything we do. So I think that while nothing will ever replace good old hard work, I think that if we're working smarter, we'll be using technology in a number of ways to really be our friend in the future.
How have you seen over the years with your board? How do you see your board modeling that technology?
Mark, I'm so fortunate to work for a Board of Education that really does model technology. I've always believed that as a leader, we shouldn't ask anyone else to do anything that we ourselves are not willing to do. And I think when a board embraces technology, models technology, they're sending a message throughout the school district and throughout the community that it's important and that they're willing to do it, even if it means getting outside of their comfort zone, even if it means perhaps being more transparent than they've ever been in the past. I think that we've been able to use technology to really reach our stakeholders, to demonstrate that we want to be transparent, we want to be accountable, and living in a very connected community, I think it's gone over quite well, and even has helped us in our recent acquisition of having an IE² contract with the State Department of Education.
Well, with all of this talk these days about Web 2.0 and tweeting and Facebook, and you hear this in the media all the time, are you all doing anything in these areas in terms of using it from an administrative function?
Yeah, Mark, we are. It's kind of funny. I've come, being at the age where I'm at, I can remember the advent of the personal computer, and then I can remember during the 90s the first time that I ever got an internet connection, and then trying to surf the web when it was not even in the format that it is now, doing emails originally. So we have come such a long, long way. But I think over the next few years we're going to have opportunities to even do more. And I think it's so important that we tie it to administrative applications as well as tying it to student learning. In Forsyth County, we've had an opportunity to explore several Web 2.0 technologies. We are tweeting with our public, and we found that to be very, very helpful. I'm following a number of people. They're following me. But you know, we're doing such things as using LinkedIn and doing things as Facebook, and we think about those, and on the surface sometimes we think of those as maybe being things that are just peripheral toys, but the truth of the matter is there's such a way that our young people are learning today. There's such a way that we as adults can learn. You know, we're hungry for information, we're hungry for communication. And quite honestly, we're more productive when we network with other individuals and with organizations networking with individuals as well as other organizations. I think that's one of the things that excites me about GSBA's eBoard. While there are certainly some capabilities for us today to use the eBoard as a Web 2.0, a platform for our Web 2.0 coordination, I think even the future has even much more in store for us as we learn the power of networking and the power of sharing information with others.
Well, you all have certainly done a lot and been leaders in strategic planning and in terms of interacting with technology. How do you see the use of technology tying into the whole strategic planning component?
The Forsyth County Board of Education has had a rich history in strategic planning. We've sort of, in previous years, we did it the old-fashioned way. But when GSBA developed the strategic planning module, we had that opportunity to explore just what it would mean and how we could use it. The neat thing about using the strategic planning model, it gave a lot of people within our system an opportunity to get ownership in that strategic plan. You know, we talk about strategic plans getting lost, getting put on the shelf, and not being able to be used, and not being tied to accountability modules. That is the power of GSBA's strategic planning module. With all of the people who were on our strategic planning team actually feeding into that strategic plan, and then having our manager of that module manage and clean up that data all the way, and then tie it to our accountability and reporting modules, it has given our strategic plan certainly a lifeblood that allows it to be a living document for now and as well as in the future, but for also being able to report out how well are we doing. Are we accomplishing those? And certainly while we'll continue to do things like make oral and verbal reports, and while we'll be able to give handouts and information that our public wants to be able to look at and hold in their hand, we believe that going the next step by being able to take that technology and tying it into accountability modules, by tying it into Web 2.0 communication tools, we'll just be more efficient in everything that we do in the years to come.
Well, I certainly applaud you all for what you do and for Forsyth County, and I think do it very well. The magical question that I want to ask you, though, is in being out in the forefront in the use of the technology and using these different tools, how do you get your staff and your community to embrace those and adopt it? Because change is hard for a lot of people, and getting people to start doing things in a different way is not easy. And as the executive officer of the school district, how do you get your folks to buy into it?
We work with some wonderful people in Forsyth County. I hope in some way I can model and let them know that I believe technology is important. It's also great because we work with some fantastic technology leaders, both within our technology program as well as in our academic and other programs. And I think that there is a sense of synergy that comes with a Board of Education modeling technology, a superintendent modeling technology, having the nation's best technology team really helping us as we go along the way, and then being able to find ways that we just share information, we learn, and then we report information in new and meaningful ways. It really, really is thrilling to be able to be a part of that, and I'm enjoying it.
Well, Buster, thank you so much for taking time today and just for being a model for so many school districts.
Thanks, Mark.
Okay.
Thank you.